was raised in a household with a single mom who worked full-time, usually at nights, and a older brother. A lot of my life, it was just me and my mom, and she focused a lot on helping him because he had some problems that she felt called to deal with, and so a lot of the time I was kind of in the background, and I just remember like hearing them fighting. I was like sitting in my room and I was just crying so hard, and I got the idea of God. Like he kind of just like implanted the word, and so in 5th grade I got baptized, and shortly after I ended up moving schools, and so I was like taken away from that church and had to make like all new friends, and that was really weird for me. I got involved in like a really bad crowd. I just kind of forgot about God like in all of my anger and just trailed off and like did the whole drinking scene. When I was like around 16, I found a letter that I wrote to myself, and it was like, Emily, I hope that you're not involved in this and this and this, and remember God, and I hope that like you're making him the center of your life. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm totally not. And that like really got me thinking, and so I just like realized I was going nowhere and my life was amounting to nothing. And so after high school, I like didn't really know what I wanted to do for college, so I took a year off. And in that time, I ended up going through like a really bad breakup, and I realized that I was making my relationship kind of an idol. And even though I was like pursuing God, I wasn't pursuing him with my whole heart. As long as like I recognized that he was there and believed that he was there, like he was never gonna leave me. The God of the universe, Father God, is my Father, and nothing like on this earth can fulfill that. The pain of not having a dad, just being completely filled up by knowing that God can never fail me. Like he's so faithful and just providing everything that I need.
But I think it would be cool for you to share like how like God's grace has just been consistent in your life. Like what does that look like for God to like buy you back again and again? Like what has that meant to you?
I think that this is like an area I'm still growing in, realizing, and that's why I'm crying. But I don't know. It's so easy to let your life go the way that you want it to go. But God's will, I can't stop crying. God's will is so much bigger, and he has his will in place because it's the best thing for us. And so many times I've walked away and started to form my own path, and he's never left me. And I come back and he's just so willing to pick you back up and help you walk through the processes of shame and grieving over the people you've hurt and the hurt that you've put in your own life. And I struggled with depression my entire life, like gone to counseling, tried to make it better out of my own strength, and then my friend Felix one day asked me like if I wanted to be healed from it, and I was just like, I mean, yeah, of course I do. And he was like, do you believe right now that God can completely free you from this? And I was like, yeah, I do. And he asked that, like, if he could pray for me. I felt like God was asking me to take a leap of faith and trust in him, that I kind of struggled long enough in that area. I remember the next morning waking up, and I didn't like have to convince myself to get out of bed today. Like I kind of had a joy about it. And then just like weeks and then months are going by and they just have like a clearness of mind, and like a heaviness was just lifted. Like, this is what freedom is. Like, he wants us to be free. And so I'm really glad that I was willing to kind of step out of my comfort zone to receive what God had probably for a long time been trying to give me.